Students, good morning. Today we are here with the rest of the topics of chapter 5. Previously, that I have told you about the certain topics that is found in this chapter. The topics that I have already taught you are I have told you about the natural resources. So, I have told you that what are these natural resources? The resources that occur in nature means that already exist in nature is known as natural resources. For example, air, water, sunlight, soil, coal, petroleum. These are the examples of the certain natural resources that I have given you. Now I have told you that they are classified into two types. There are two types of natural resources are there. First is exhaustible natural resource and second is inexhaustible natural resource. I have told you that what is the difference between inexhaustible and exhaustible natural resource. I have told you that the resources which are available to the human beings in unlimited quantity means the resources that is found in unlimited quantity in nature and that are not likely to be exhausted by the different human activities are known as inexhaustible natural resource. For example, air, water, soil, sunlight. These are the examples of the certain inexhaustible resource. Second one is exhaustible natural resource. So these are the resources which are available to the human beings in limited quantity. Means these are the resources that is found in nature in limited quantity and they are likely to be exhausted by the different human activities in near future. There are certain kinds of exhaustible resources, for example coal, petroleum, natural gas. So these are the certain examples of the exhaustible natural resource. So they are found in limited quantity in nature. Now today we are going to start the new topic that is found in this chapter. Now today we are going to learn about the coal. So first of all we know that what is coal. So we are just going to know about that what is coal, how the formation of coal occurs, what are the different types of coals, what are the uses of coals. So these things we are going to discuss one by one today. So the first topic is coal. So let us know about that coal. Coal is a type of, it is a just like stone, hard stone. It is a stone-like substance that is generally black in color. And it is consists of the mixture of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So this coal is mainly consists of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen compounds. And where it is found? It is found in coal mines that is deep under the surface of the earth. So this is about the coal. So how we can define that what is coal? Coal is a hard stone-like material that is generally black in color and it is found deep and it is found in deep coal mines under the surface of the earth. And it is mainly used for cooking the food. Now we are going to know about that story of formation. Means what is the story behind its formation? It is believed that the millions of years ago, the ground below the forest was split open by natural forces. What are these natural forces? The natural forces such as earthquakes and volcanoes. The forest got buried under the surface of the earth. Thus, the plants had no contact with oxygen. When the forest gets buried under the surface of the earth, these plants do not get the oxygen. So the successive layers of the sediments sealed the buried plants. So there is a deposition of the successive layer of the sediments over these buried plants, and over millions of years ago these deposits were subjected to the tremendous pressure. There is a tremendous pressure on it from the above, and due to the tremendous pressure and large amount of heat due to the high temperature and tremendous pressure, these these are finally gets transformed into coal. Means that buried plants and animals which got buried under the surface of the earth due to this high temperature and due to this high pressure got converted into coal. So this is the story of the formation of the coal. So this is about the formation of the coal, how the formation of the coal takes place. Now just we are going to know about one more important topic. Just we are going to know about that what is carbonization. So first of all we know that what is carbonization. Carbonization is a kind of chemical process that involves the transformation of the plant matter into coal. So these plants matter which got buried under the surface of the earth. I have already told you about the story of the formation of the coal. So due to the high temperature and due to the high pressure, they get converted into coal, and this process is very slow process. And this process of formation of the coal means the transformation of the plant's matter, animals matter into coal, is a very slow process, and this process is known as carbonization. So the carbon content of the coal depends mainly upon the variety of the coal. The higher the temperature and pressure of the earth, then longer the coal has been buried under the earth, the more carbon content in it. So we can say that higher the temperature and pressure of the earth, and the longer the coal has been buried under the earth, more carbon content in it. So the different varieties of coals are as follows. So on the basis of the carbon content, means how much percentage of the carbon is found in coal, they are of different types. We are going to discuss about the different types of the coal in this chapter one by one. But before that, we are just going to know about the uses of coal, means where these coals are used. Some of the important uses of the coal are as follows. First is, means it is used to manufacture many organic compounds. It is used in the manufacturing of many organic compounds. It is used as a fuel. We are knowing well that it is used as a fuel. Now it can be converted into other useful forms of energy like coal, gas, electricity and oil. It is used to manufacture many other organic compounds, and it is also used as reducing agent in industries in the extraction of metals. So these are the certain uses of the coal. Now we are going to know about the different types of coals. The coal is of different types, in which the first one is peat. So we are going to know about that what is peat. It is the youngest variety of coal, which is light brown in color. What is the color of this type of coal? It is light brown in color, and it mainly contains carbon content and produces very less heat and more smoke on burning. Means when it burns, it produces very less amount of heat, but more smoke is released when it burns, and its calorific value is 10 to 15 kilojoule per gram. So 10 to 15 kilojoule per gram is calorific value. Previously I have told you about that what is calorific value. Calorific value is the amount of heat released when 1 kg of the fuel burns. So the amount of heat energy released when 1 kg of fuel burns is known its calorific value. So its calorific value is around 10 to 15 kilojoule per kg. The second type of coal is lignite. It is known as soft coal. Lignite is also known as soft coal. It is also brown in color, and it contains more carbon. More amount of carbon is found in lignite in comparison to peat, and its calorific value is 15 to 20 kilojoule per kg. The third type of coal is bituminous coal. It is common household coal, and it is the most abundant and is compact black. Its color is black. It is black in color and contains more carbon. and produces more heat than peat. Means large amount of heat is produced when it burns in comparison to peat and lignite. When we compare it with peat and lignite, when it burns it produces large amount of heat and its calorific value is 30 to 35 kilojoule per gram. The fourth type of coal is anthracite. Anthracite is the hardest coal containing maximum carbon, means maximum amount of carbon is found in this coal, and it burns with difficulty due to the presence of very volatile metal. Therefore it is not used for household purpose, so that's why it is mainly used for industrial purpose, and its calorific value is 28 to 30 kilojoule per gram. So this is about the anthracite, and it is a type of oldest core. During its burning, when it burns, it produces very large amount of heat in comparison to other kinds. This is one of the most characteristic feature of this anthracite. It contains maximum amount of carbon, and it is the oldest type of coal, and when it burns it produces large amount of heat as compared to the other kinds of coal. So that's why it is mainly used for the industrial purpose, and its calorific value is 28 to 30 kilojoule per gram. Now we are going to know about the destructive distillation of coal. Uses of coal, I have already told you that where the coal is used. Now we are going to discuss about the next topic, that is about the destruction of coal. Destructive distillation of coal. So first of all we know that what is destructive distillation. The process of heating coal in the absence of air, means the process of heating coal at the temperature of 1000 degrees Celsius, about 1000 degrees Celsius temperature, when it gets heated in the absence of air. This process of heating the coal is known as destructive distillation of coal. Coal contains number of elements. What are the elements found in coal? I have told you that carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, these are the elements that is mainly found in coal. And when the coal is heated in the absence of air, number of products are formed. And when you heat it in the absence of air, the number of products are formed. The main products that is mainly obtained during the destructive distillation of the coal are, first is coke. Now we are going to know about that what is coke. Coke mainly contains 98% carbon. 98% carbon is found in coke, and it is porous. Pores are found. It is tough black, and it is the purest form of coal. What is coke? It is the purest form of coal. It contains 98% carbon. It is porous, tough black. Like charcoal, it is a good fuel. It also acts like a good fuel, and it burns without smoke. This is one of the most characteristic feature of the coke, that it burns without smoke, and it is largely employed as reducing agent in the extraction of metals for their ores, and it is also used in making fuels, gases like water gas and producer gas. So these are the uses of the coke. So this is about the coke. Second one is coal tar. Now we are going to know about that coal tar. Coal tar is not solid, it is liquid. Coal tar is a mixture of different carbon compounds, and it is a kind of thick black liquid which has unpleasant smell. The smell is not good. It is thick black color liquid. The fractional distillation of coal tar gives many chemical substances which are used, means when fractional distillation takes place, means the different type of chemical substances which is present in it we will get after this process, in which the first one is dye. The dyes explosive paints, synthetic fibers, these are the certain things that we will get from that. Some of these substances are, what are these substances? Like benzene, toluene, phenol, aniline. These things we will get, these chemical substances we will get, in which the naphthalene balls, where the naphthalene ball is used, it is mainly used to repel the moth and other insects. They are also obtained from the coal tar. So these things we will get from the coal tar. So the fractional distillation of coal gives many chemical substances which are used in the, and that chemical substances is mainly used for the preparation of the dyes, explosive paints and synthetic fibers. And these chemical substances that is mainly obtained by the fractional distillation of the coal tar are benzene, toluene, phenol, aniline and naphthalene. Naphthalene is also used to repel the moth and other insects, and it is obtained from the coal tar. These days, bitumen, a petroleum product that is used in the place of the coal tar for metaling the roads. Mainly the coal tar is used for metaling the roads, but in the place of that, bitumen is a petroleum product that is used in the place of coal tar for metaling the roads. Next, the third type of coal, the third thing is what? Coal gas. Now we are going to know about the coal gas. Coal gas is mainly the mixture of hydrogen, methane and carbon monoxide. So it mainly contains hydrogen, methane, and it is a mixture of hydrogen, methane and carbon monoxide. And it is a type of gaseous fuel which is obtained by the strong heating of the coal in the absence of air. The gases that is present in coal gas are combustible, and hence it is a type of excellent fuel. It has high calorific value and it was used for lighting the houses and factories and streets in Mumbai until 1950. So these are the uses of this coal gas. So it is a mixture of mainly hydrogen, methane and carbon monoxide, and these gases that is present in that coal gas are combustible, so it is excellent fuel and its calorific value is also very high. So this is about the coal gas. Now students, these are the certain topics that I have taught you today. Some topics are still left in this chapter that I will explain you later on in next part. So I hope that you all have understood what I have taught you today. So revise all the topics that I have already taught you and try to do the exercises that is given in the book. Now students, the rest of the topics we will cover it very soon. Now we will come with the rest of the topics very soon. So students, your work is to do the exercises, to fill the exercises that is related to the topics that I have taught you. So fill the exercises in your book, and I hope that you all are good. Okay students, thank you.